Hello and welcome once again to Life Without Shakers. Today I'm in Skelwith Bridge and that was the incredibly impressive Skelwith Force. Got something a little bit different in store today. Still continuing this journey around the Southern Fells, which is home to most of the highest peaks in England. We'll get back to those on the next walk. But today we're staying low. Got a 12-mile-ish circular route going, well, never venturing above 500 meters. It's a low fell medley, if you like, taking in Black Fell, Holme Fell and Lingmoor Fell. And after a bit of early rain, it looks like it's going to be a good day for it. So let's get on the way. Cute baby deer. Problem with this walk, I've found already, is that being three less popular low-lying fells, there's no obvious paths up them, up any of the maps, so I'm struggling to navigate in these early stages. Hopefully I shall find a path once I get closer to each hill. It might be a long day. I've already just walked at least a quarter of a mile in the wrong direction. I have to retrace my steps. I've not even found the path up the first fell yet. Ooh, at least the sun's come out. It's just been raining for a little bit, but it stopped again. Hooray! After a bit of faffing around, I think I found the path up Black Fell. Should to the top in no time now, if it's not completely overgrown. Hopefully that up there is the summit of Black Fell. Let's find a way up there. This is Wainwright number 5 of the Southern Fells. This is Black Fell. The high point, 1,056 feet, is Black Crag, just about up there away where the tree is. I thought I'd filmed the camera on this slightly lower prominence next to this hugely impressive cairn with this hugely impressive view. Also where it's a bit less windy. Wainwright only actually devotes 4 pages to this well, view the summit of the fell rising behind, while the immature plantation looks richly clothed in bracken to the northeast. This is Black Fell, springing rather steeply in dense woodlands from the Brathay at Skelwith, and occupied a considerable area between the Ambleside Coast and Road on the west. A lovely countryside around the head of Windermere is delightfully pictured, this being the best viewpoint for the sylvan charms of the area between Ambleside, Raycastle and Holme's. Okay, that was Black Fell. Now I need to play Hunt the Path and hopefully find a route to Holme Fell, which is just over this ridge across the next valley. Right, I think this one coming into view in front of us might be Lingmoor Fell. That's the final target for the day. Excellent, I think I've gone the wrong way again. Now I need to trek up the side of a busy main road to find my route again. This is a long, steep tarmac slog at the moment. I'm quite sure I'm taking a longer route here, but I think the quicker routes involved more walking along the busy main road, so I ditched that as soon as I could. Hopefully it's the way to Holme Fell anyway. So this is Holme Fell. Looks rather like Black Fell at the moment. Hopefully not too far to the summit. If I can see the summit. I was at the top, turn the corner and see an even higher bit. Just starting to do my head in now. There seems to be no path to the top. When I was following, just started getting more and more overgrown by ferns till it disappeared completely. Okay, here's another path. Let's see if this one's the right way. Been over at least 2 false summits on this fell already. Hopefully this one is the actual one. I'm getting slightly fed up with this fell now. There's a big crag behind with a big cairn on top, but it's still not the highest point. Surely this is the summit now. And this finally appears to be the highest point. Is that it over there? Fell, 1,040 feet before, and that approximately is justified, because even on this summit you cannot even tell which is the highest point. Go to one end, the other end looks higher. Go to the other end, the first end looks higher. So best to stick with the big cairn in the middle. By the way, it's an infuriating fell. There's at least 4 false summits that the path takes you over. It takes a long time to get here because you just don't know where here is. It's another one that only gets 4 pages in Wainwright's book. He says the highest point is a platform of naked rock set at the top of slabs and curiously weathered into pockets of small pebbles in the middle of a summit ridge with a continuous escarpment on each side. And other than a view of a bit of Coniston, there's not a huge amount to see from here, and it won't stop persistent drizzling, so I'm going to find my way back down towards Little Langdale on the way to Lingmoor Fell. Now, I'm rather hoping rather than expecting that this path is taking me in the right direction, but hey, it's a pleasant little walk nonetheless. Amazing to think that infuriating summit could have a nice little path off the side. Wow. Well, that path has brought me out at this disused quarry. It's utterly spectacular. I still have no idea if I'm going the right way, but this is wonderful. And this in front is Little Langdale, and behind it, Lingmoor Fell. Close to the bottom of Lingmoor Fell now, and that's just typical really what's just happened. It's been largely persistent light drizzle all day mixed with bits of bright sunshine, and literally as soon as I found someone to stop for lunch it started tipping it down, and literally as soon as I finished having lunch it stopped raining, of course. Anyway, hopefully it's not too much further to Great Langdale via Lingmoor Fell. I'm getting rather fed up of these overgrown paths, completely covered by wet ferns. Also getting rather fed up with this bloody weather. Keeps hinting at stopping raining and then carries on again. Nearly at the top of Lingmoor Fell, I've got a great view down to Altawater, Chapel Style, and the campsite where I'm intending to spend the night, which looks totally empty, so that's good. Quite at the top, but someone's put a handy bench here to take in this lovely view over Altawater and across to Windermere. well-defined summit, a fine vantage point, and then curves northward as it descends to valley level near Dungeon Gill. Within the crescent lies Great Langdale, the longer outside curved slope down into Little Langdale and the Laytown Depression. The mass is Lingmoor Fell, so named because the extensive zone of heather clothing the northern flanks below the summit. The fell has contributed generously to the prosperity of the surrounding valleys. It's certainly a contrast between the relatively bright skies across from Windermere down into Great Langdale, and then the absolute horror scene, murky cloud and rain above the Langdales and up into the Scowfells. Ugh. I think it's time to head back down before it arrives. And here I am, back at that handy bench. Luckily that heavy shower passed relatively quickly. All that remains now is to find the path that leads back to Elterwater. Right, one final infuriating twist to this annoying walk. I couldn't find the path that was marked on the map down to Elterwater. Didn't seem to exist on the ground, so I ended up retracing my steps down the path that I came up in the first place, all the way back to Little Langdale, and I have to go the long way round to Elterwater. Oh, it's actually turning into a nice afternoon now. The only problem is, I've been on the go 5.5 hours, I've just passed 12 miles, I should be back by now, and I'm still nowhere near Elterwater. This walk has really wound me up at times today. Ooh, the road surface has turned back to tarmac. That's promising. Must mean I'm nearly back in some sort of civilization. And I've made it back to Elterwater. I mean, the car is in Skelwith Bridge, so I'm not quite finished yet, but I am going to take the opportunity to stop for a quick pint. Walking now along a rather well sculpted bit of the Cumbria Way between Elterwater and Skelwith Bridge. Looks like a rather easy section to walk. Through the trees there, you can see I am back at Skelwith Force, back where I started. Oh, it's been quite an infuriating day at times today. The weather has been inexplicable. Couldn't make up its mind whether it was raining or sunny or both at times. The paths were annoying because most of them were completely overgrown by wet ferns, sometimes up to head height, and the navigation was difficult. So all in all, it took rather longer than it should have done. I'd like to tell you how much longer, but I managed to accidentally delete my track when I stopped for the pub. Stopped at the pub, I tried to press pause, so I pressed pause, and turns out I deleted it. So I have no idea how long I've actually walked or how far I've walked. All I know is it's at least a couple of miles and at least a couple of hours longer than it should have been. But never mind, made it back, and yeah, have some nice little hills. I'm not sure I necessarily want to go back to any of them in a hurry, but they're ticked off. I'm nearly halfway through this journey around the Wainwrights now, and I will in fact reach the halfway mark early on in the next walk. Yeah, but until then, As ever, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye.